Hey, Blue Table fans! Whoa! Holy Hannah. All right, I'm here with Steve. Steve is the supreme overlord of inquiries at Blue Table Painting. So he's the one that'll help you set up your project. And here, let me see if I can get my picture kind of out of the way.
I'm the
My,
golden
my
goose.
for me is like on top of. There it is. Okay, that's slightly better. All right, great. So, BTP fans, I'm here with Steve. You'll hear some noise in the background. That's just people going about their business. And all right, so Steve, tell me what's new.
Well, this past weekend, and I'm going to go into more depth in this tomorrow. Why I'm echoing really bad.
No, you're fine. No, now I can't hear
There
you at
we
all.
go. There we go. I think I fixed it.
Okay, great.
I took third place at a War Machine tournament this past weekend.
Really? With what
Yep.
army?
Troll Bloods.
That's fantastic. That's good.
I know. I actually was at top table for the final match. I unfortunately lost that match, and then the amount of points somebody else accrued overtook me for second.
Uh,
So I really was second place, but they did it Swiss way, so whatever. Whatever.
yeah, that'll happen.
I'm gonna go into more on me and John's mini wargaming show tomorrow. I'm gonna go into more depth about it while he's painting up some minis. So anybody wants to tune into that tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern time, I think noon or 1 o'clock Utah time. Twitch.com/mini wargaming 2.
Okay,
Check
great.
us out.
If you send me a
Check
link,
us.
I can get that in the liner notes of this video.
I will. I will send you a link like very shortly here.
Okay, fantastic.
Uh, what's going on in your world, Sean?
Oh well, boy, I'll have to think about that. Well, life is good, obviously. I've got a lot of Valhalla is in 4 weeks. Actually, oh, I know, a little less than 4 weeks actually. So we're really getting things going there. So
That's right, all you
let's see.
wargamers. While Sean's up having fun up at his Valhalla, I'm
Oh,
gonna be here
Steve.
working.
Well, you're invited. You can still get out here.
No, I can't let our clients down like that. We need to make armies and dreams come true.
That is true. We make armies and dreams come true. It's a very, very
Uh,
enigmatic motto there. So yeah, I've got all sorts of studio armies going. I got to get these Necrons painted up. We did some prototypes. Here, let me show you.
oh man, I'm getting kind of excited. I'm gonna take over the jet. Remember, guys, I run BTP. I'm secretly the supreme overlord of BTP, and Sean will
Yeah.
never
So
be the
the color
wiser.
scheme is
Hey,
good, but I'm actually taking a pass on it because it wasn't
why?
really quite well. It wasn't what I was looking for. But it's
Mm,
good. It's
mm,
got
mm,
kind of this seafoam green type of thing. It's turquoise green. Yeah. Well, that
no.
that is a feature. This is going to be another teal army, and but the yellow glow does seem a little off. I'm actually half tempted just to blacken this in, and the color scheme might actually work if you just get rid of the glow entirely. The
I
Necron
think.
warriors, they definitely need to be different. Um, and
Oh,
I'm not faulting the artist at all. He was trying something new. It was based on the description I gave him, and it's actually executed really well. But somehow, I don't know, the pale green, and the yellow just do not go together. This guy actually looks really super. Look at that.
oh, actually, that actually looks okay.
Right. Yeah, it looks really
I'm
good.
okay with that
Now,
one.
the yellow and the charcoal works really well. But once you add in this green color, so in a way, if I can just solve whatever's going on with the yellow, it may make this color scheme completely work.
I I think if you try a different shade of green, I think that's what's throwing it off. They're not contrasting and complementing each other very
Well,
well.
they have kind of the same value. So it's a toughie. I mean, and guys, this is a normal process. You've got to try different things until you get an army color scheme right. Well, and that's what's great about going through BTP is that we handle that aspect for you. We make sure that it all comes together right. So anyway,
I like it.
Isn't that such a
Neck.
cool shape? I love that. Like
I love
I
the
just want to
Necrons,
eat
man.
that. That's fantastic. So, Guy, what else?
Let's talk about my wedding in March.
Please do.
It's right for
Fantastic.
everyone that doesn't know. I'm getting married in March, guys.
Okay.
To the, oh, she's okay.
Oh,
Kind of married.
dude, don't even joke about that.
No,
Don't
she
even
is.
joke
She's
about that.
wonderful. We actually just put deposits down like everywhere.
Really?
Like
Wow.
venue, catering. Like this wedding process is zooming along. Um,
Yeah, that's awesome. The man's like, this is easy as pie. Everything's going smoothly. Well, how could there
I know,
possibly be a problem?
guys. I don't know what you're complaining about. This
That's
wedding
great.
planning thing is easy. I think I sat in my chair most of the time and just kind of been there. But yeah, we're getting married in March, so it's gonna be awesome. I will be
That's
taking a
awesome.
week off for my honeymoon then, Sean.
Okay, I'll allow
Um,
it.
you'll allow
I'll
it.
allow it.
Thank you.
Yeah. He'll be like,
uh,
yeah. Katie will be like, honey, come to bed. It's like, I'm about to seal the deal on this Necron's army.
Sean needs me to make
Honey,
more
that sounds
sales.
really good, but I got to make some sales for BTP. Would you move a little bit? You're blocking the light.
Oh, how was your trip up to the mountains?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, let's talk about Snowbird. So, Utah's like this big square state, right? And in the north,
Okay.
there's two valleys. There's Salt Lake Valley and Utah Valley. And the vast majority of the state is one giant scrub desert. And so, but there's these huge lakes up there, and there's some mountains. There's the Wasatches. So, long story short, there's like this civilized band, and then there's mountains right next to it, and there's all these canyons that go up into the mountains. And that's where the natural beauty is. The Wasatch Mountains have some incredible scenery up there. It's just absolutely amazing. So there's kind of this God's own country ski resort, and it's more like it's like a mountainside, but there's like cliff faces kind of in it, and it's just it's about 20% fall colors up there right now. It's 72
Oh,
to
it's so
76
gorgeous.
degrees. It smells like this clean mountain air. There's a river that goes through. It's just, it's amazing. So there's a resort up there called Snowbird, which is absolutely hopping in the wintertime, of course, ski Utah and all that. But if you go in the autumn, in September, like we do, it's gorgeous. They have lots of activities for the kids. And I usually take that time to come up with new business ideas and kind of set the tone for the coming year. Guess what? None of that. Because we've
Just a
already
week
got
off.
so many amazing things already happening that, yeah, and thanks to you, I didn't have to, man the computers the whole time. And, I was able to take hikes with my kids and do all this stuff. I mean,
That's
back
what
in
it is.
'04, I remember actually taking up a tower computer and a full-on, 2 foot thick monitor up with me
Holy cow.
to actually set, and I set like that whole operation up there. That's how we ran it. That's how we ran it in '04.
Yeah, we're a lot more sophisticated
Yeah.
now.
And in '04, there were laptops then too. I just was behind the times.
To be fair though, laptops, man, they're not as fast as like these giant computers. Like I built my tower, and I have this giant setup here in my house. I have a supercomputer I'm pretty much running on for BTP.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, guys, if you could only see Steve's operation, it's pretty slick. He's a machine.
it's
He's a real machine.
it's a two monitor setup right now. I'm getting a third. My tower was like a couple thousand. Don't worry about it. All right, it's a machine in itself, guys. I have like four different quotes going at one time, where previous inquiry people only could do one.
Well, and another big change at BTP. All right. Um, I'm not gonna curse on this video. Hold on. Let me just write this down so I can say it to Steve afterwards. Okay. Hold on. So,
Are you gonna call me the golden goose?
when you see. Okay. Steve is the golden goose. Yeah, he calls me up. He's like, "Stroke your golden goose, Sean."
I needed some inspiration for the day, so I figured I'd call Sean and be goofy with him for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, good
Whenever
times.
that's the thing about Sean is
Yeah,
whenever we get together, it's energy. That's
yeah,
all it is. It's me and Sean just throwing
yeah.
lightning here and
Jeez,
there.
you need to come. You need to get out to Valhalla. I don't know how, but
That's
it's got to be a
scary.
thing. Hey, Janine.
I mean, I know you guys miss me and everything. I understand. It's okay. It's just, man.
It'd be great if you worked here, but now that I think about it, I think
You
you're right for staying in Florida. If anything, we need to come down and see you.
know what? You need to move the whole operation to Florida. That's what you need to do.
Well, Florida, even before I met you, Florida was kind of my pick for setting up City Valhalla because it'd be kind of a jumping place off for the Bahamas and the
And there's a
Extremas.
Disney right nearby that we could do
Yeah,
like one day, take everybody go to Disney.
yeah, that's right.
See, now it's gonna happen. We've already set the wheels in motion with this video. We're doing it big now, guys. We're doing City Valhalla in Florida. You do need to come see me down here. I'll show you the game shops, take you to Disney World. It'd be pretty epic down here. I don't know if Orlando could handle you and me together, though. It might implode on itself.
All right, all right.
Sean, do you remember those 3 days I was training up in Utah? It was
Yeah,
just, people were just sick of us. They
yeah.
were just like, oh, here comes Sean and Steven.
It was good times. That was really good. Guy, damn it, Steve. Now you're making me miss you.
I
You
do
gotta
that. I
get
have that
out here,
effect.
man. You gotta get out here for Valhalla. There's no way. We'll pitch a
No,
tent
but
for you out in the woods nearby.
I told you I want the
Yeah, you
couch.
can camp. Yeah, couch surfing. That's
I want.
incidentally, that's what I'm gonna be doing for Valhalla. Sleeping
Wait,
on
can
the
I have your
couch.
bedroom?
No, there's no bedroom for Sean.
I want your bedroom now. And Sean is texting, calling him out on the video. Can't even keep
No,
his
I'm not.
attention
No.
for five
How
minutes.
would you
For
possibly know
five
that?
minutes. Can't even
How
keep
would you
it.
possibly know that?
Okay, so let's bring up a controversial wargaming topic for you and me
Okay,
to
I'm
debate
ready.
for five
Let's do it.
minutes. Let's. How many wargamers are there in the world?
Oh, I've discussed this quite a bit. I'd say total between 500,000 and a million.
You are so wrong.
Am
It's
I?
not even
Is that high?
estimate. No, it's low.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay, great.
Estimation for just GW is 8 to 10 million.
What?
That's
Actually, people
estimation.
that buy and play their product.
Yep.
Oh, great. Awesome. Let's go with
That's
that.
it's an estimation. It's extrapolated from a lot of different data, but there's it's 2 million buffer from about 8 to 10 million. Um,
Okay.
Privateer Press is estimated at about around 1 million ballpark in there, and
Okay.
this is based on last year's numbers. Um, and then the rest of the games are like under 100,000, around 10,000, somewhere around that. Like Drop Zone Commander, Anima Tactics, all the games. So, Sean, when your kids want a war game, which war game are you going to introduce them to first? The first game you're going to introduce them to.
Oh, well, it's too late for that. I've already had them playing 40K. My son is into um, he's into Necrons, so
Oh, I like
that's
that
kind
already.
of his thing.
What about the other ones? You have three other kids,
Um,
Sean.
well,
Is
yeah,
he your favorite now because he plays more
Griffin
games?
likes Tyranids,
Okay,
and
bugs.
so there's that. All right.
That did
Well,
not go
there
as
you
well.
go.
Okay,
What?
so
Oh, and War Machine, Drop Zone Commander. I mean, I've got my favorites. They'll figure themselves out. Right now they're hanging out like 6 days a week out at this game shop that's kind of like a card shop.
what's awesome.
In fact, I'm supposed to come out and demo 40K out there today. But supposedly they're going to start carrying 40K, and I'm like, that is a huge jump. But who knows? Might work.
I think it would.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. So, uh, my next topic I wanted to bring up to Sean is Sean is an old age dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons.
Old school, I
Uh,
think is the word you're looking
old
for.
school, excuse me,
Thank
old
you.
school. Um,
It's only
but
halftime, guys. Come on.
but but Dungeons and Dragons just came out with their fifth edition. Sean, have you read the rulebook yet?
No, I haven't. No, I'm
You
sorry.
should.
That is. I'm sorry.
I
What,
will
Chad?
ever.
Chad has a comment here. Yeah, and it's good and bad. He says.
It's a lot better than
Okay.
fourth.
I'm. Oh yeah. Well, that's not hard to achieve.
It
Um,
was fourth was
it's
bad.
Pathfinder. Pathfinder's kind of my thing. Loving the Pathfinder. They've done a good job.
You
You
should
know,
try it.
I don't see how fifth is going to be better than what they've already done. Like, how are they possibly going to catch up? You know.
Well, they kind of put Pathfinder and 3.5 together, from what I've read.
Uh huh.
Um, the complexity of 3.5 was unnecessary at some
Right.
points.
Well, it
I
was
just,
still kind of like the original Dungeons and Dragons, where it was. I mean,
yeah.
it was like you know, an old Middle Eastern city, you know, where it's just kind of hodgepodge together. You know, there's really no city planning to that. I mean, it was crazy,
um, and then they
absolutely
had all those
crazy.
supplement books that came out that were just unnecessary. That added
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
it was so dumb. Like and the combat would take you 4 hours to do one battle against like a troop of goblins.
Right.
Like that's unnecessary.
Oh,
So the new book.
we hired this new girl. Well, she's on her week trial. Her name is Angie, and so she comes in and she opens up this little box of figures she's painted. I'm just like, it's amazing. It's for her RPG, and they're all like level fives and sixes, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is incredible. And then she goes off. She's talking about the different role playing games she plays. I'm just like, oh yeah, you were gonna fit
You're
in
gonna fit
here,
in.
miss.
Yeah.
It's gonna. That's great. And so far she's loving it. So by the way, that's other big news is we have made a lot of really good new hires. Blue
I
Table
hope so.
Painting is notably stronger in its productive capacity and in, I guess, the vibe here. You know, it's just the new people just have this great feeling to them. They have crawled out of the woodwork. Oh, in other news, you know, I'm going to break this here for the first time. Very few people have heard of this, but some have. For a while earlier this year, I was seriously looking at moving the whole studio to Salt Lake. Did I tell you about that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So obviously that didn't pan out. Steve doesn't think it's a good idea, but you know what? When you own the joint and you get an inspiration, boy, it is
It's tough to
dangerous
turn
to
it away.
ignore that inspiration. So I can honestly say that I gave it a 100% go, and you know, looked at all the different factors, tried to get it sorted out. It was all based on intuition. But then, of course, there's the nuts and bolts of making it happen. But long story short, one of the elements for it to come together was to actually put a job ad out in Salt Lake City and see, you know, what the labor market was like up there. That's kind of part of my, you know,
Of course, you need
my
to.
market research. So, and so one thing good that really came out of that adventure, other than the fact that I had a blast doing it, um, oh no, it was great. You have no idea how many awesome buildings I got to see. And
Oh, Salt Lake's a beautiful
if
city.
you could see the studio that we kind of settled on, it would just blow your mind.
I
It was
saw
so
a lot of
awesome.
Salt Lake. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous in that
And
town.
but the odd thing is a lot of these people responded to the ad, and there was a certain point where, you know, I told them I'm running this ad just in case people want to see the studio, but you should know that we're probably not moving to Salt Lake now. But long story short, we ended up with like 3 or 4 really good people who, you know, they're making it work, and they're really amazing. Anna, Jared, Angie, and oh my gosh, one other person I can't think of offhand. All kind of
He
came out
left a
of
good
that little adventure.
impression.
Well,
He
I
left a
got
good
a lot.
impression.
People got to understand, Steve, that
You
I
got
got a
what?
lot of
You got
stuff
what?
going on.
What do you have going on? You need to be making bat reps is what you need to have going on. Everybody, I want everybody in the comment liner notes to tell Sean how much they need more bat reps and not just 40K bat reps. I have been pushing this and Sean will attest that every day I'm like, Sean, I need more bat reps. Sean, post a bat rep. Do a bat rep,
Well,
Sean. No,
in
no, I
about
do the inquiries.
about 3 months, I'll be able to talk more about it.
How about this?
So
I
anyway,
challenge Sean right now I'm challenging Sean right now. Hang on, to do 4 bat reps by Sunday.
what? Four
4
bat
bat
reps.
reps, and
What do I get if
they
I
all
win?
can't.
What do I get
Hang
if
on,
I
hang on.
win,
And
Steve?
if Sean doesn't do it, I'm giving 10% off next week to all clients who place orders next week, starting Monday to Friday. That's right.
If I don't do it,
If you don't accomplish this bat rep feat, I'm giving discounts all next week
it'd be
to
more
the
interesting
inquiries.
if I win. You send me your Troll Bloods army, and if I lose, see, this is not a good bet, Steve, because I can make this
That was a
happen.
fin.
I
If
can make
if
this
you
happen.
win,
Yeah.
if you win, Sean, I will come out to Valhalla.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll get my way on Valhalla. Very well. Excellent.
There you go.
Coming
Right, and
right up,
you've
buddy.
heard
I
it.
got the first one
You've heard it,
scheduled
fans.
already. This is happening. So it's
And they
posted by
can't all be
Sunday
40K.
midnight Mountain Time. 4 bat
Yep,
reps.
and they can't be all 40K. They can't be.
Okay.
You gotta
Tell you what,
you gotta find some other.
I'll make them each of something completely different.
Okay, that we got a
I can
deal.
do a 40K, a fantasy, a war machine, and a drop zone commander.
Perfect. That's right.
All right. So
I
wait,
don't
if
even
I
care.
win, you get something good.
I don't get.
Well,
What do you mean? I have to sleep
I
on the
guess I
floor.
would get something good, right?
If I have to sleep on the floor out there, I don't know what you mean is
Yeah,
something
you gotta
good.
sleep in a tent. That works. The
I'm gonna be
floors,
so
you would
cold
just be
though.
like, oh, for the floor. If only I could be sleeping on the floor. That would be the best right now.
I'm gonna sleep in those little, like the little seats things and the tables. I'm gonna curl up in one of those. You know, I'm just gonna snuggle with Sean. That's what's gonna happen on the couch. I'm gonna snuggle with Sean on the
Take turn.
couch. That's fine. I get to be warmer. For anybody that doesn't know, Utah in October is extremely cold. There's snow up there
What?
if you go hiking up in the
No.
mountains.
Maybe a
Oh,
little bit. Up in the
I was
mountains. There's
free. You
always
mean where
snow
we're
up
gonna
in the
be?
mountains.
We're gonna be in the mountains.
It's good, guys. It's good autumn weather.
Sean, we have to do this every year. Valhalla is so amazing. I went as a client last
Oh,
year.
we're doing
It
it
was
next year.
it was
We're
for
not going to stop doing it at least
my
once a year.
story. Real quick ramble.
Please.
My story on Valhalla, guys. I actually booked my ticket 9 months in advance. I called Sean at like 9 o'clock at night and put a deposit with him, like personally, to go out to Valhalla. And I had a personal room. You know, it was my vacation. Me and my fiance were gonna go, and I was skeptical. I was a lot skeptical of what it was gonna be like. You know, the people, the community, the atmosphere. Oh my God, we want to make this a permanent vacation every year for the rest of my life. It was it was the most amazing experience ever. There's so many different game systems being played. Everyone says, "Oh, it's just 40K." It's not just 40K. I played card games.
Mm-hmm.
I played board games. I played 40K with mini wargaming. Um, I got to play a game with mini wargaming. How cool was that? I got to play War Machine against Wargamer Girl. She taught me how to play. She was my first ever game in War Machine at Valhalla. It was one of the coolest things ever. I played Drop Zone Commander. Me and Sean had a bad rep, and that's my personal swings. Everybody had those same opportunities. If you wanted to play Sean, Sean was available to play a game. He wasn't doing work. He was playing games. Mini Wargaming wasn't doing work. They were doing bat reps up there. So if you want to do it, do it. These event passes are they're so worth the money. Like Sean's right. Whenever he
Oh
says
yeah.
drop your job, divorce your wife, literally whatever you have
I
to
tell it.
do
I
to
tell
get out
people
there, it's
to
just the
become
coolest
unemployed
experience
and
ever.
divorced.
Exactly. Get unemployed and divorced, and then spend all the money that you
Well,
need for your bills on coming to Valhalla, because it's and this year it's Sunday to Friday. I think the
yeah, yeah.
19th to the
It's one
24th.
day shifted.
Awesome. It's incredible.
It is.
And that's
We'll have a lot of
and I get
people
to leave.
coming up Saturday, and just staying in a hotel or whatever, getting ready for it.
That's probably when I'll come up to help you guys set up. Is I'll
Well, and
probably end
what's
up coming
funny is,
Saturday.
well, people meet at the studio, and it's kind of, you know, because we moved everything up there already. But they meet at the studio, and then we all go up at like mid-afternoon on Sunday, and it's good times, guys. It's really the best.
It's incredible. The drive up there was the best, man. Just chatting with Sean in the car. That was playing.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be
well,
great if?
and the thing is, yeah, that's a great game. So the thing is, when last October's Valhalla, when it, oh, by the way, you guys will see me kind of like looking down. I mean to be looking in the camera, but since Steve's
It's
face is
hard because you're
there,
looking at it right.
yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna cover that up with this notepad thing. Okay, great. So looking at, oh, so I went. So that Monday, I was just like, you know, who's going to do the inquiries at BTP? I had like this giant job opening, and since I was at Valhalla, there like really wasn't much I could do about it, you know. So, but you know, sometimes things really come together that way. I think that what's important. Okay, this is a concept I've been experimenting with. The idea goes like this: if you're happy, then things will go well for you. So, and I just want to explore that a little bit. That most people, they look at what's going on around them, and then they make a determination of whether what they're observing is making them happy or not, right? So, oh, that really grinds. Somebody cut me off in traffic. But what if you switch that around? What if the happiness came from a chosen and cultivated perception that comes from inside of you? So regardless of what's going on around you, you're happy. You're no longer basing happiness on observation or for future expectation. So like, if only X, then I would be happy. So now, the idea is, once you're kind of on that, you know, like you're flying high, just like, God, what's going on with Sean? You know, he's always like, he's up all the time. And so what I found is now things start going better for me. And I'm a real believer in positive expectation. If I believe that positive things are going to happen, if my regular sort of default setting inside my brain is positive, and by the way, it takes a lot of practice to like inch that up. Yeah, till you get to a point where things actually are going well. And that's what I found, is that in years past when I was all worked up and worried about everything and kind of like, you know, grumpy and kind of snapping at my family, you know, that it was like things actually weren't going very well. And now that I've, in a way, just started going, hey, life is awesome, I'm like, oh, I don't have those same problems anymore. I was really worried all those years about nothing.
Did you own the video The Secret?
I actually only saw that like much later in my, I guess what I call the beginning of my personal development.
Everybody should watch that
I would
video.
actually recommend. There's other books. Oh, it's a good video. Don't get me wrong. Go ahead, Steve. I interrupted you.
No, the video The Secret. It's a compounds on what Sean says. Just be happy. The universe will reward you with happy thoughts. You know, when you're happy, if you make everyone else around you happy, and when everyone's happy, things start going better for you. It's it's a really good video to watch. Sean has a good outlook on life to just be like you said, when somebody cuts you off in traffic, instead of being angry, try to look at it from a different perspective. Like, wow, he must really have to get to work. I'm glad that he had the space to get in there, and now he's gonna make it to work on time to feed his family.
Yeah.
You know, change change your thoughts around. It's not hard.
Well, it's
And I have the worst
interesting
road rage with
because we had a record week for setting up projects last month, thanks to Steve. And what was funny is the day after that, you said something very interesting. You said, "Oh, you know, Sean, your little elves are up at night making things work out for you," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah." But see, but it goes around as well, because whatever I'm doing, that because I get up in the morning, I'm like, you know what, I'm inspired to talk about this on a video, and even just the everyday stuff I'm doing, cheerfully putting up, you know, videos of models and, you know, battle reports and whatever. Like, well, guess what? The world needs that. There's people out there who are better off. Like they're like, oh my gosh, this is great. It's a gift. And so I think it goes round and round, and everything kind of meshes together with what you're supposed to be doing. So
I agree
there
with
we
that.
go.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, Steve, I
I know
better I
it's a long
better
ramble.
run.
That
I've
was
got
long.
some texting to do.
Oh, ouch. It's okay. I'll be at home for Valhalla, not up there in the mountains, because I know you can't get those bat reps done.
Really?
Ooh, look at
Oh,
that. I know you
it's
can.
an
It's already
interesting
Tuesday.
bet. It's an
It's already
interesting bet.
Tuesday. You can't even,
Only Tuesdays. I can do it.
you're doing like one, you can't get it done.
Can
You
get it done.
can't do it, Sean. I'm the universe, and I'm telling you, you can't do it right
Well,
now.
this works on me. Okay. Talk to you later, Steve. Thanks.
Bye,
And
BTP
bye,
fans.
BTP fans. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Are we not live anymore?